Yo, yo, what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. All right. Okay. Sorry for the echo. Had to mute myself. What's up, guys? What's up, Chase? Rich, level 2. Alex, what's up, guys? Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I've never done futures before. I'll have to check it out one day, bro. So yesterday I took the leap and got a pro account on TEFs. I paid 5,500 for it, I think. Let's see if it upgraded. They said it would be about a day until it upgraded. Let's see. It did upgrade after yesterday's trade. Man, look at that buying power. 240,000 in buying power with the pro account. Oof. Yeah, they took my loss from yesterday out of it already, though. Also, man, somebody's got to help me with my Python. Programmers here, somebody help me with my Python program, man. I can't get it to work. I got it to work. I got it to say if I guess the secret number, which is 7, it says you win, but it keeps asking me to enter another guess, and so it's probably something to do with my while loop. You know, I think the logic is right, but something's wrong with my Python program. It's my first program I've actually built myself, and I can't get it to work. All right, we're watching ALDX. ALDX. We got some movement today, really. All right, yeah, we got ALDX spiking up here from 714s to 1141. We got BBBY that's up from 1380s to 1680s. We got NIO, which is down some. But Bed Bath & Beyond, man, that one's going crazy. CRON, which is moving some. It's actually down a little bit, but it's moving some. I'll keep an eye on that. We got MBEV spiking up some in pre-market. We got PTI up. We got the SPY, which is up some. Nice move up on the SPY. Bouncing back from yesterday's red day on the SPY, it seems. And so we do have some green movement on the SPY today. What's everybody else's main watch? A lot of people watching ALDX. This one used to be tradable. Let's see if it is or not. No, it's not, unfortunately. Bummer. What's everybody's main watch today? BBBY is tradable. BPTH is tradable. And it's spiking up a little bit, BPTH, but like most people thought, this one kind of quietly faded back down to 20 before spiking back up. So we'll see what happens with it. The range is definitely slowed down on it some. So what's everybody's favorite watch today? Futures, man, futures. What's up, Scott? Yeah, man, I should be able to take some bigger sizing with this one now. I should be able to. I got 240K in buying power now. Todd talked me into it, honestly. Todd talked me into it really yesterday. I forgot to tell him I signed up for it, though. Roku and SQ. Roku looks good. SQ Squarespace is up some as well. HUNT. This looks like a low floater. It's got to be, right? What is going on with this one? So let's look up some news today. But yeah, like I said, if somebody can help me with my Python program, I would greatly appreciate it. I can't figure it out, man. I got it to say my logic is correct with Python here. I know my logic is right, but I just can't get it to stop asking for guesses after I win. That's the problem. So if you know Python, help me out. All right, so let's look up some news here. What am I trying to program? Honestly, this is just a little mini program. It's like the first one I made by myself. And so it's a guessing game program. So it's like you guess a number. Like, look, it works, but the problem is that it doesn't end the game. Like, I can guess 9. It tells me to enter another guess. I can guess 4. It tells me to enter a number guess. The secret word is 7. So if I guess 7, it just spams you in, which is kind of cool, I guess. But, like, I didn't want it to do it that much. There's some flaws in my logic here, and I got to figure it out what it is. But we'll figure it out later. We're talking trading right now. Enter break at the end. Is that going to stop the while loop? Let's try it. No, it still does it. I'll figure it out. We'll talk trading. Once I'm done trading for the day, we'll bring this back up if you want to help me. If anybody wants to help me with it. I'll fix it. Like, I know I can... Alright, I'll pull it back up. I know I can not have a loop here, and I can just leave this within the parameter of... Let's try that. See, now it just says you win, but it asked me to enter another guess, and I don't want it to ask me that. I want it to just be done after it outputs you win. It does need a semicolon, but well, it could. Let me see. Now y'all have me want to... See, the problem with it now, guys, is like if I enter in the correct secret number, it says you win, and it only says it once because I removed the while loop in it. But it immediately asks me for another guess after I enter in the correct number. And so I want it to just end after I get the correct number. And so it's probably something I'll have to do another if-else statement. Like if correct number is entered, end loop maybe, or end, yeah. Something like that is probably the logic I'll have to use that I'm missing from there, but we'll figure it out. All right, so yeah, let's look up some news here. We got a lot of stuff moving this morning, so let's check some of the stuff out. First things first, ALDX, probably the main watch. Oh no, what have I done here? I made this so it's backwards. What the heck? we can look up MBRX here, I guess. All right, so MBRX is up after the company disclosed positive interim safety and efficiency data, or efficacy data, from 2 ongoing open-label, single-arm phase 1 and 2 studies of anamycin. So basically, MBRX had positive data. You can look at MBRX here. It had positive data. It's up from 120s to 140s. It's up really a little bit less than 20 cents. And so we'll see where this one goes. Kind of low volume here. Let's look up ALDX. That's probably the biggest mover in the market right now. All right, so ALDX reported positive results from a phase 3 trial of their topical ophthalmic solution in patients with allergic conjunctivitis. They basically said that the trial met the primary end and the key secondary endpoint for both concentrations. And so basically positive phase 3 results for ALDX, and it's definitely showing it right now. It's gapping up from 714 all the way to 1139, so a big gap up here for ALDX. We'll see where this one goes today. Overall, we also have some movement in the cannabis sector. We got Cron moving some. It's actually down, but we have NBEV, which is up. CGC up a small amount. APHA about break even. ACB up a little bit here. So let's look up to see what's going on with specifically what was it? NBEV. NBEV looks to be pretty strong here. We'll see what's going on with that. Did I exit out of my news here? I must have. All right. Hey, appreciate the sub. Abdeel, thanks, brother. Appreciate the sub. Thanks, George Harrelson as well. Ducon G, appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome. Appreciate it. All right, so really quick, before we look up BBB, we can look up, at this point, we can look up HUNT, which really just made a crazy, huge percentage move relative to the price of this thing. And so HUNT is up. Piper Jaffray initiated coverage on the stock with an overweight rating and announced a $200 price target. It's a little crazy, but we'll see what happens with that. Also, in other news, Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBY. Huge gap up. I'll definitely be watching this one. They put out media reports that 3 activist hedge funds are planning to launch a proxy fight to replace all 12 current board members. Raymond James upgraded Bed Bath & Beyond from market perform to strong buy. So I guess there's optimism in that report that said that they are going to be trying to launch a proxy fight to replace 12 board members. All 12 of the board members for Bed Bath & Beyond. So sounds kind of serious, but we'll see where this one goes. Huge gap up from 1380s to 1680s. So about $3 gap up for this one. We also have AXSM here. AXSM. Which we can look this one up. Not really seeing anything new for AXSM. If you see why it's moving, let me know. You said Cron had earnings. We can look at Cron as well. CRON. Which is, it's moving some. It's down, but it's moving. They said, Cron said that their fourth quarter revenue was Canadian 5.6 million, which is falling short of the expectations of 8.95 million. So a pretty big miss overall in revenue, honestly. Pretty big miss for that one. And so we'll see where that one goes. And yeah, that's about it, guys. If you see anything else, let me know. Hey John, what are you learning Python for? Just curious. For a few different reasons. I've always wanted to learn code, and I've been learning. I've learned a little bit of C++ before, but I definitely wasn't fluent. in it. And so a few months ago, I just started to learn Python. They say Python's easily transferable, much more transferable to everything else versus like C++. And so it's just something I wanted to do. I want to build an app eventually for beginner trading and maybe build some algorithms for trading specifically with code. And so that kind of drove me to start. But yeah, it's just something I want to do. All right, well, we'll see what we get this morning. Let's look at some gap downs. The TVIX is down because the SPY is up. And so we do have a TVIX gap down from the SPY gapping up some. We also have DWT, which I think is another ETF. It's down on because the overall market is up. We got OILD gapping down on low volume. SAEX, I haven't seen that one in a while. CONN as well, moving a little bit here. I know I saw a VALE on my scanners this morning. It's up some, not that much. CBS, Grub, moving a little bit, not much volatility. I've heard of it, Ashton. I've never done it before. Basically, at this point, like I've learned enough of Python to where I want to just finish learning Python before I move on to learning a different coding language. At this point, I just want to finish Python, which will probably take me a few more months, I'm guessing, if I do it at the rate I'm doing. And so I don't really want to break off and try to learn a different coding language before I really have a good grasp of Python first. So I'll probably wait, but I've heard of it for sure. Hey John, if you're having trouble debugging your code, add a print statement at the end of your else loop. For example, exiting first loop, second, etc. Right, well no, that's what I tried to do. So like, well let me see. So like, let me pull this code out here. I could break it here and try that. Maybe that'll stop the first loop. No, it's still asking me for another guess. That's the problem. Honestly, it's like I said though. I think the logic here is that I'll have to write a algorithm at the end of it that basically says if secret number equals guess, then end. That's the problem. That's what I'm actually missing here. Oh no, I do have that logic here. It says if secret number ends guess, print you win. Let's try break here. So I do have that logic, but I need to enter. I need to stop the loop after that. Like that's what I have to do. I have to stop the loop after this, so it doesn't keep asking me. Like that's the only thing wrong with it, I think, at this point. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. End keyword. Alright, I'll try it. Let me see. No. The end keyword, I don't think that works in Python. Let me see. No. Oh, does it really? No, that doesn't work either. What's up, guys? Yeah. Here, let's focus on trading. Afterwards, we'll try to fix my very beginner program here. But I appreciate the help. I do. I really appreciate it. Honestly, I'm stuck at this. Like, my uncle is an electrical engineer, and I sent it to him yesterday, but he doesn't know Python, and so he says that he doesn't understand the syntax, and that I tried to explain it to him, but he knows Java and something else, but he doesn't understand Python, and so I appreciate the help. We'll work on it once I'm done trading for the day. Right, Garab, but where do I enter that? Do I enter the end semicolon? Do I enter it after the first loop? Like, here's what... Right, so where would I enter that at? Like, here's the first while loop. Or here's the while loop that everything else falls in the scope of. We'll figure it out. Yeah, man. Honestly, I worked on it yesterday. Like, like I've taken a bunch of Python courses, but writing your own program is super intimidating. You know what I mean? And so, like, I finally wrote one, which was like a practice exercise that I found online, but I wrote it without, like, looking at other stuff. And so now that I read, like, I've gotten it to acknowledge and print "you win" when I guess the right number, but I don't. The loop still goes on, and it keeps asking me for another guess after that, and so it's like, I know I just have to tweak one small thing of it, but I'm still stuck in it. Yeah, like I said, guys, we'll check it out after trading's done. Appreciate the help, though. All right, guys. So, yeah, what's everybody's main watch today? I know a lot of people said ALDX. I kind of like BBBY as well. So we'll see what we get with that one. But ALDX doesn't look too bad here. Gapping up, I believe, positive data, right? Positive phase 3 results for ALDX, I think, is what happened with it. AMD's up a lot as well. I think the microchip sector is all up as well. MU, AMD, NVIDIA. We have all the coders come out in the chat now. I actually have a statement like that, Shiz, already. I have a statement that says, it's an elif statement. I don't know if you know Python, but it's an elif statement that says elif secret number is equal to integer guess print "you win." Would appreciate some help on live equity futures data. Link would be appreciated. Thanks. We got some future traders in here, don't we? We had a lot of people this morning. Ask Pat. Pat was in here. I don't know if I'd be there. I could try to help. Right, Greg. Right, man. Welcome to beginner Python coding with John. John's trying to fix his terrible guess a number game program, and I'm failing at it. Yeah, no, BBBY looks good. But yeah, Gaurav, I'm happy to help, man. If you want me to try to help, I can help you with equities, just not futures. I mean, I've just never traded futures, and so I don't think I'm the best one to help you with that. But if it's about stocks, I can do my best to help, man. And trading, I can try. That's kind of another reason I'm trying to do it, Netron, is to see if I can write an algorithmic trading program. All right, guys, it is 8:17. 8:17. Oh, let me post my watch list. I haven't been posting my watch list on Twitter and Facebook as much lately. I guess I probably should. All right. Let's see. Build my Twitter up a little bit. It's been a while. There we go. Yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see, man. What's up, Mitch? Ah, there we go. We do have Mitch here, raising his hand. Honestly though, they should print out a sound whenever Mitch joins. Like, they should print a sound out whenever Mitch joins. Yo, yo. What's up, brother? What's up, man?
What is the deal?
What's up, bro?
Got some good amount of coffee in me, ready to go.
Let's go, man.
We'll be watching the wheat stocks today. Can clearly see a flag on kind of the 1 minute chart, but if you go to kind of the 5 minute chart, that's going to show you a lot better example of ACB right now. ACB was a stock I traded yesterday. Beautiful flag. Kind of got out of there. You could say relatively even early. It got out at 9:19, went all the way up to 9:50. Kind of failed down, went down all the way to 9:15.
Oh, sorry, bro. Hold on. Sorry, bro. Appreciate that, Netron. Yeah, man. I forgot to unmute you. Here. Sorry, bro. Start over. My bad.
Nah, you're good. You're good. You're good. No stress.
There you go.
Just looking at ACB today, guys. ACB clear bull flag on 5 minute chart. You see 1 resistance, 2 resistance, 3 resistance touch. Clear support defined at 925. 925 is what we're going to see. If it's either going to break down or it's going to hold that 925. Next support level is 915. So if it clearly breaks through that, it would clearly show a sign of bearish for the day. I could see this one kind of doing another red to green move, but let's see how the daily looks. Daily looks like we've gotten that downturn, gotten that bounce off the 9s. Now we can look to see if we can get above 950s today, make a run to that 988 or 10 mark.
Yeah, I don't hate that idea. That looks decent.
ACB is definitely one that's gotten a lot of potential lately. And for the daily chart, I would kind of watch APHA here. I think it's at a good buy area for you kind of long-term investors. It's definitely near that kind of bottom trend line at 950s, 960s. Good area to probably get in if you haven't already gotten into the stock. I don't hold it long term, but I think it's definitely near an area where you could go ahead and start at least taking a trade. Clear defined support there. You can use the 907 or a little tighter at 938.
Hmm.
I'm going to keep an eye on that one. If it doesn't get above 989 today, 10, then we could see the breakdown through the 930s and heading towards the nines. So keep an eye on that one. That one definitely has a point in like the daily chart that I would kind of watch to trade. See
Which
if
one?
trade APHA
Okay.
daily chart shows a nice flag. It's at the support. Let's see if it bounces back here and goes long or crashes down and heads short today.
Hmm.
It's a good idea. I like the daily charts. One of my biggest thing is watching daily charts. That's how I was kind of able to pick off ACB yesterday. It had 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of down days. Felt that at 9 it should hold. When it went below it, came right back to that 9, made that move to 950. Let's see if there's any stocks on the gappers list that are tradable.
BBBY is I think that's it. BBBY.
Okay.
BPTH. They'll probably end up adding ALDX, but it's not there yet. And NBEV is tradable. AMD, MU, Nvidia, those are all tradable.
Bed Bath and Beyond. What's up with Bed Bath and Beyond? Is it earnings?
I looked it up. I think Bed Bath and Beyond actually is news that they're gonna put up a fight and try to replace all 12 board members. And that's optimistic for them, I guess, and so that's making it run. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure that's what BBBY was.
This is definitely one to watch today. It doesn't have a tendency to make this big of a move ever if you look at the yearly or the daily. And so making a move up there to the resistance on the daily at 725, you clearly see that definition drawn out on the daily chart. This is why I always have a daily chart underneath me so that I can see where the stock is compared on a macro level.
Right.
The next level is going to be up there to about 1920s. So that's what we're going to see if it's going to get that drive or if it might just get that right tank out the open, tank through that 17, head down to that 16. What do we got there? 68.
In which one?
I'm looking at BBBY.
Oh.
I can see it holding kind of that support right underneath, clearly defined resistance. Let's see if it cracks down.
Yeah, 16.
The breakthrough 1750s.
Yeah, I kind of see it at what is that? 1660s, probably 1650s would be safe. Well, no, it's really at about 1670. 1667 just about is right where that support is.
Yeah, I have like 67, 68, 70 right there.
So with ATOS, the bottom chart here, they are a clinical stage bio company, and they said earlier today that the Institutional Review Board did approve the use of their oral endoxifen as a post-mastectomy treatment in a premenopause estrogen receptor positive breast cancer patient. And so basically one of their bio drugs was actually approved for treatment for
oh man, the train.
Man, dude, I thought I was in trouble, man. I didn't know what that was.
That's the early bell.
What is Microsoft doing here? Lately my computer's been randomly restarting. I swear if it does it today I'm gonna be super angry. Alright guys, we got about 5 minutes left. Let's get everything set up here. Like I said, I upgraded to a pro account. With that, I have a $12,000 max loss. I got $240K to trade with. Ooh, a little nervous about it though. That means I have to take big sizing. I went ahead and made the leap with it. Todd from our chat talked me into it. I texted him back and forth yesterday. He was telling me I should. So we'll see what happens here, man.
Don't miss your train, guys. Don't miss it.
All right, so I'm thinking about 1,000 shares. That's probably reasonable. 1,000 shares is what I'm going to start taking, depending on the range of the stock. Obviously, 1,000 shares seems about right. I'll probably end up making a review video about what comes with it. I'll have to check out the course and everything else. Make a review on it. All right, guys, we got about 3 minutes left. 3 minutes. What's everybody's main watch? Yeah, Matthew, me too, man. That was loud, bro. That was loud, man. All right, so BBBY. Gonna watch NBEV today. Gonna look at Cron here. What was the other one? ALTX, right? Something like that. Was it ALTX? Was it ARTX? What was it, guys? It was, I'll have to scroll up here. ALDX. Gonna watch ALDX here. PHA. All right, guys, let's do it. We got about a minute and 50 seconds left. A minute and 50 seconds. Yeah, ALDX is untradeable. I'll still watch it, though, just because it's such a big mover. Netron, ATOS. All right, guys. Let's get ready. We got about 30 seconds. Let's do it. Here's the bell coming up. We got 5 seconds, guys. Good luck. Hope we can all make some money today. Mitch, if you're talking, you must be muted, brother.
Looking at also NIO. NIO has been really down for the day. There's my microwave.
Dude, your microwave's serious. It demands to be heard, you know? All right, we got MU spiking up, AMD spiking up. We got BBBY moving up some here, up to 1760s. We got Cron dropped originally at the open. We got IQ, MU, ACB. All right, so like I said yesterday, I do want to start looking at some long plays if we can see some. Let's see what we get. ACB dropping, APHA spiking up, CGC dropping, Cron spiking up a little bit. NBEV is actually just kind of slow right now for all things considered. AMD dropping down some. I guess I'll watch AMD, but I forgot to do the paper trade today. And so I'm going to switch these here. Alright. Alright, ALDX dropping here, breaking lows. ALDX dropping. We also have CGC dropping here. The VWAP's a little bit too low for me to want to try that one at this point. Get rid of these moving averages on this bottom chart here. AMD back up some. Breaking highs here on AMD. Cron spiked up some as well. Yeah, SPY looking strong again today, guys. One that looks like an okay potential fade is IQ. IQ. Like I said, I'm kind of looking at IQ here. It's right at the VWAP. You could use 12 right there as your risk. So pretty tight risk, all things considered. Like a 7-cent risk, maybe 6 to 7 cent risk. Maybe a little too late. I also
was thinking NIO, but it's kind of too close to that down pattern.
SPY's looking a little bit too strong for me right now to want to short like a big cap stock like IQ. Not a big cap stock, but a stock like IQ.
Missed one. SQ. SQ VWAP fade. It's a little bit bigger stock. I liked it there though. The 20-cent risk for a nice 40-cent gain.
You said what?
SQ.
Squarespace.
Yeah, Squarespace. Doing a nice little fade at the beginning.
Yep.
Coming right back down to the low.
Cron maybe looking for a VWAP bounce. All right, so glad I didn't get an IQ. I think it was the right move to not trade that one, especially I think the SPY is just moving up really strong right now, and so
Trying to get short on KNDI up at 6, risking off of 605. Needed to bounce here. Not a bad stock though. Should have kept this one on watch a little closer at the open. Would have liked to have shorted it there at the open at 6, held to a 610. Look for an add at 6, and you could have got a good gain right out the open. This is what we mean by watching dailies. This broke the daily support yesterday and is completely washing out.
ACB had a nice VWAP bounce this morning. Look at that one. Yeah, KNDI didn't look that bad.
VWAP bounce working again on ACB. clear VWAP mounts.
Try after the elif print statement, you win, get rid of the next elf statement and write out of guesses equals true. Yeah, that actually might work. But I'm not. After I'm done trading for the day, I'll try it. Appreciate that. Here, let me copy that while I can. Appreciate it. Cheers. Thanks, brother. But I think that sounds like it would actually work, though. I gotta save that somewhere. All right, yeah, SQ. I mean, if SQ pulls back to the VWAP, the only problem I have with it, if it does, is that it's going to be a little bit too close to that previous high. And so if it does pull back to the VWAP, I would have to make that my risk level, which would be 24 from 18, which would just be a small trade. It's a very low accuracy trade, but it's a high risk reward trade. We also have YNDX. YNDX. And this one actually fades a lot. I've seen this one fade a ton. It's right up there. Just where can I set my risk in this one? I guess I would have to do the high of the day for YNDX. I don't mind it though. It's just a 5-cent spread. That actually is a deal breaker now. The spread's too bad to make it really worthwhile. It's not too bad now. It's only 3 cents, but glad I didn't jump in IQ again. Yeah, the market's just really strong to short right now. It's only 4 cents. They're 3 cents for a little bit for IQ. The only problem is, like I said, if you look at IQ or for YNDX, with the market so strong, you just got to be careful. HUNT halted. I mean, Hunt was crazy, man. HUNT was a crazy mover. I mean, look at this move. Like I said, it closed at like 19 or something, 18, 19, and then it opened up at 30, and now it's at 44.60. So HUNT, guys, is a big percentage mover there. I'm starting to like KNDI more and more. Like, if it bounces back to 590, you could use that 596 level is your risk, or really you could just use $6 and then set a reward target from 590 down to 570. I like that with KNDR. I don't mean to steal your trade, but it doesn't look bad. Just because the risk reward is very obvious and it looks beneficial. HUNT is resumed. Just a ridiculous mover here. The SPY continues to push up strong too. The only problem with KNDI is that the more the VWAP drops, the worse your risk reward gets. You there, Mitch?
Yeah, one that I'm liking right now. The only problem is the spread is AXSM.
Is that one tradable?
I would have shorted it there at 15.86, but the spread was just too big. I didn't take the trade, but I think it would have been a great trade right there.
That one does look good, man. It's a big range. So the spread's big, but the range is big too, though. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
Spread opens up a little, like sometimes 17 cents, so that's a little bit too big.
Yeah, man.
The comfort. You would have to lower your share size and go for a lower win.
Right.
And I've been trying to like take swings, so that's really not the stock that I want to take a swing on.
Right. I mean, when I looked at it, it was like a 9-cent spread, but then it quickly broadened out, and now it's like like you said, 15, 16 cents, just a little bit too much.
Yeah. And BEV doesn't look too bad, but not enough range there to tackle. One that I kind of missed out on that I should have just taken my shot was AMRN. That one VWAP fade about twice. So
Yeah, Y and DX, I probably should have taken my shot on it too. It was good, 2-1 risk reward or better. Uh, Spread wasn't that bad, and it's broken down a little bit since then. Volume's just a little bit too low for me, but it didn't look terrible. All right. AMD VWAP rejection, maybe? I don't hate that here. I could paper trade a VWAP rejection here. Just kind of mess around a little bit. That's a little bit too late. I don't want to do it. MU with a VWAP bounce. Looked pretty good. SPY is just still strong. NBEV just pulled a red to green move, or really it's a washout long, but just broke highs, broke over the $0.50 for NBEV. So NBEV, what did BBBY end up doing? Bouncing. Yeah, look at NBEV spiking up here. Still haven't seen any decent plays. I would be careful. I mean, especially shorting stocks. Like, there's a lot of upward volume in the SPY. The SPY's pushing up nicely here. And, most stocks are somewhat following suit. Except for K and DI, maybe. It's about the only one. HUNT is probably the craziest mover today, though.
It's probably one of the best moves of the day. Just didn't take it. NIO is one of the best moves.
Look at HUNT, Mitch. That one's, it's kind of like another BPTH.
Yeah, because it's tradable?
Probably not. But it's worth looking at. They'll probably end up adding it. No, it's not. NIO, I don't hate NIO if NIO can pull back to 516. You set a risk level of 520, 522 for high of the day.
Some weird action in that HUNT.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Kind of it's going parabolic. It's getting pumped. This is definitely a pump. I don't even know what's going on with it, but whatever news they got, it's not enough to. It's not. It's halted again right now, but almost guaranteed to be a pump. BIOC. At this point, I don't hate NIO if NIO can pull back there. It's just about where's my risk reward here. So 516 entry, 506 profit target. That's 10 cents, and then 516 up to 520 would have to be risk reward. But even that's squeezing up a little bit too much for my comfort here. So there's K and DI.
ACB breaking out of the small short-term a flag or pennant. Let's see if it gets above 950s and holds. Great play today would have been off the VWAP, risking off of 30s, 5-cent risk, taking profits at 940s and 950s. MDV got a little breakout there. Cron with a little breakout.
Yes.
Also watching APHA, looking like a kind of a cup and handle pattern. You guys haven't seen a cup and handle pattern? I would take a 1 minute look. APHA. And Hunt is on a mission.
Yeah, man. Honestly, the SPY is on a mission right now. The SPY is just strong. KNDI is back at the VWAP though. It's just the risk reward's not good enough, especially with the spread.
Watching VPTH, see if there's going to be some sympathy momentum.
Yeah, BBBY is testing the. It tested the high of the day, got rejected. It's sitting at 1775 now. MU cracking under the lows, so we might actually get a crossover move here on AMD now. There's the cross. You got the crossover move, but alright, so we did get a little bit of a break here.
All right, looking for MU for maybe a VWAP rejection here. VPTH looks also interesting, but just would have to take it with a lot smaller sizing. Entry would be in the 2040s and shorting about right now on a pop-up.
Yeah, MU
risk 2060s.
MU might not be too bad. I mean, I'm testing right now. I'm testing the moving average cross on AMD, and it's getting right around that low of the day. There's 58s.
There's Hunt already in the 70s.
Really? Appreciate the new sub, Alex. Yep. And
already in the 70s.
That's crazy, man. That's a ridiculous move.
Yeah, from 27 all the way to 70.
Wow. Yeah, guys. Hunt is the most bizarre mover today for sure.
You got balls, Netron.
100 shares, man. Yeah, that's. Whew. Connor, yeah, that's crazy, man. It's a crazy, crazy move. I took a little bit off here. I took 200 shares off of AMD on the moving average cross. We'll see what we get. It's the low of the day, so I got to take a little bit off. Protect myself. IQ maybe for a VWAP bounce here. Let me look at IQ. I don't hate that. Where's the previous day's close?
SQ was the one to watch. That was a beautiful VWAP fade. 2 or 3 times already. Nice one.
I mean, you could do 35 as a risk for IQ here. 34, 35 for this VWAP bounce maybe. I'm going to get out the rest of this break even. Well, I'm glad I took a little bit off of that paper trade on AMD, but NBEV breaking under the VWAP. Hey, I appreciate all the new subs today, guys. Sergey, F, Alex, appreciate the subs. Welcome. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm missing my baby NIL, man. Should have been trading that more often.
Did it pull back to the VWAP?
Oh, it's done
Oh,
it
it
multiple.
did. See, honestly, I almost got in this one. I remember, if you guys remember me talking about it, I said my risk would have been 520. A perfect example of it. But honestly, I'm not disappointed. It looked like it may squeeze back up. You were thinking about getting into it when you first, like right after the open, Mitch. That first
Yeah,
fade.
932.
Yeah.
520 off of 525.
Yeah, that first fade was pretty.
Yep.
KNDI faded a little bit too.
Look at that BPTH call. That wasn't a bad call for a short there in the 40s. That thing went all the way down to 1950s real quick. And you only had to risk 15 cents for a dollar move.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That was not a bad trade at all. That thing just dumped. The real key is I saw it building at 50, trying to break 50s. After that kind of hangman green candle at 9:45, I said short it.
Right.
Somewhere in there, you could have got 2040s on that first bounce to 41. You could have risked right off there 15 cents to 2065.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of bummed out I didn't take. I caught out this IQ trade. Beautiful bounce there, man. The VWAP bounce has definitely been in play, and it's one of those things where when the market is obviously trending green, you know, we should be attacking VWAP bounces because they're there, man. I see a lot of them.
ENDP, another stock that's moving on the long side, and it's tradable.
Yeah, the paper trade on AMD didn't work out with the moving average cross. I'll let it work a little bit, I guess. But, I think my entry was a little worse. Maybe not.
Keeping a close eye on ENDP.
AMD back at the VWAP as well, though. Risk would have to be at 84, so about 10 cents. Reward could be down at 50, 55. About 25-cent reward, 10-cent risk. Not terrible. A little bit too late, but. What did Hunt end up doing, man? Hunt's been going crazy all day. Yeah, Hunt pulling back some. It's down to 61.20. It's halted now again, though. NBEV maybe a little rejection there. MU as well.
Not high enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing that many I really find too interesting. Not interesting enough to take, at least. Probably the better move, just being a little slow. This week's been tough overall.
Oh, we missed the bounce to KNDI.
No, that's what I said. KNDI, it pulled back to the VWAP nice.
I would have taken it. I would have seen it. Just
See,
didn't see it.
For me though, like I think like I mentioned this earlier though, like the VWAP, the risk reward wasn't that good, right? So like the VWAP's at 82, you would have to use like 91 as your risk for like the next risk, and so that's like 9 cents, and then your reward is from 82 down to like 568. And so your reward's like 14 cents, your risk is 9, and so it's not 2 to 1, it's a little bit worse than 2 to 1. So it's just not the best risk reward for that second move, at least.
We're gonna be watching the APHA here. Looks like the weed stocks are breaking down. Let's see if they're gonna hold these VWAPs and get back up to their levels, or they're gonna start rejecting. I'm also keeping a close eye on ENDP.
I remember ENDP.
It's tradable, so
It is?
yeah.
Nice.
One of the key things I always do, guys, is I go through the top 20 list and start checking it out to see if it's tradable. Always can find stocks that are moving and retail traders are focusing on them. Check them out to see if they're tradable on TradeNet. You just might find one. All right, now I'm looking to get into APHA on a breakdown, bounce to 975.
What do you guys think of that if I put the top 20 list right here? Oh, you're getting in a trade?
I'm not yet. I'm just looking at it. If I can get into it, I will.
I think when you sneezed, the volume went super down on your computer. I can barely hear you. Appreciate the sub, Sergey. Welcome, bro.
How's that? Oh yeah, it did. I can tell. Turn up. Turn up a notch. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I mean, it's still low though. It's lower than it was, at least.
Yeah, it's just, when I sneezed, I killed it.
Right, man. That must have been a serious sneeze too. You know.
Yeah, man. I don't play with my say.
Let's ask the chat. Hey, is Mitch lower still, or is it okay now?
All right, looking for maybe a VWAP reject, an ACB, or APHA.
Kind of quiet.
MBEV, kind of interesting also.
Yeah, you're still low, brother. I mean, I could turn you up some, but I feel the only problem is when you're already up a decent amount, and when your mic fixes itself, then you're just gonna be super loud. Here, I'll turn you up a little bit. Try now.
I think it's still low.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad, but yeah, a lot of people saying they can barely hear you. What do you guys think right here, though? Would you guys prefer this top 20 list right here, or the other one I had, which would be the biggest gainers? Which one would you guys prefer? The top 20 list here, or the biggest gainers down here? I tend to prefer the top 20 list. I think it fits more of what's actually moving in the market right now, into this window. Top 20, I think that's probably the better option too. Let me save this so we can use it tomorrow. There we go. NBEV rejected nicely, so we actually get some breakdowns here. We're getting some. It's that one's specifically from Tefs, which is TradeNet's partnering broker. So yeah, that one's from Tefs and TradeNet. All right. Well, while we're sitting here, if anybody's actually interested in using the same broker that Mitch and I do, you can check out TradeNet, and I'll post their link. It's one of the ways we keep the stream free, and so if you are interested in using our broker and you sign up through my link, it does help support the channel. Plus, you get a free month of our classes. And so the way it works is you pay for a package. There's no deposit. You're actually paying for that package. The intro level one is called the intro account, and if you go through my link, I'm not sure how long the sale will last, but currently it's only $3.99. And with that, you get 14,000 in buying power to trade with. You get 14K to trade with, and there's a $700 max loss. And so if you go under 13,300, they close your account down, and any profit you make, there's a 70-30 split. But commissions are pretty cheap. They're 0.006 cents per share. And so basically, if you use small sizing, commissions are cheap. If you use like less than 300 shares, it's like $3 or $4 for a total round trip, like in and out, all for only $3. And there's no pattern day trading rule because it's CFDs, and so you can trade as much as you want. And so, like I said, I really think it's good for like new traders looking to learn how to trade the market. They can use small sizing, trade with a decent platform, and really learn to trade with small sizing. I think that's really where it shines. There's not a ton of penny stocks. Most penny stocks are not tradable on there, so it's mostly meant for higher cap, more expensive stocks. But I can typically find enough to trade. I've been trading there for over a year now. If you do sign up through TradeNet, you also get their day trading course or their trading course. You get TradeNet's trading course. If you go through my link specifically, you also get 4 weeks of their trading chat room, and so it's not bad value. And then you also get a free month of our classes as well if you go through my link. And so I'll post that link here if anybody wants to help support the channel and is interested in signing up for them. I'll post that link here so you can check that out. CFDs stand for contracts for difference. They're basically contracts on. They basically act just like stocks, and so they trade the same way. Like you could see, if you can watch me trade them, and like they trade the same way. They're a little bit different. So basically, you're taking a contract against your broker, and if you're right, you win, and if not, your broker wins, basically. And so it's basically a contract, but like I said, a lot of these other overseas brokers do that, and at CFDs, they're being honest with you and telling you that's what they're doing. But like I said, I think it's a good option for new traders looking to learn how to trade. I think that's usually where it's the best suited. And like I said, you get a decent amount of buying power. Most new traders are ultimately going to lose their first account anyway. It's just kind of the truth. Most new traders are going to lose their first account. And so I think it's a good cheap option for new traders to use real money and actually learn how to trade the market. And they do pay out. Casey in our chat room put in the request on the 19th of December and got his on the 10th of December and got his on the 19th. So it only took a little bit over a week for them to pay out. And so, like I said, it's all, do your research. I have a review if you want me to post a review about them, but BBBY. What happened to Mitch? Mitch, bro, you get your volume working, man? We lost Mitch, guys. We lost Mitch. Yo, there you are, man. What's up, bro?
I'm on the super quiet.
Okay. Yeah, your volume's working right. Let's do a test. Everybody can hear Mitch again?
Can everybody hear me? I'll get close to it. It's being a little weird today. Thinking about NIO here.
There you go. Yeah, you're better now. All right. Yeah, that's right.
Test 18 and reject here.
Man down. Yeah, I was looking at AMD. I don't hate AMD at this point, but it all depends on what MU and the other Nvidia and all of them do, as well as the overall market. I'm pretty sure it's just a deposit into your bank account. Honestly, I upgraded this pro account, but I'm still like a little apprehensive to trade bigger sizing. And really, I think it's probably a good thing. I think that the way the market's been lately, there hasn't been a ton of A+ setups for me. And so I think it's probably a good thing that I'm being a little apprehensive today. Yeah, no worries, Loss.
All right, NIO getting crashed there. I'll take 517 to 518s here.
Oh wait, you're getting any trade?
Trying to.
Here, I'm gonna throw you up here. All right, guys, I'm gonna throw Mitch up. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything. It's kind of late for me. We'll see. I might get in stuff. I might not.
Trying to get in here, guys.
Here,
17, 18.
You're up.
To here. Let's see if we get filled. We have an order out there right here. 518. And risk right off of 520. 2-cent risk for this trade. I'm also looking at ENDP.
Yeah, see, the volume came all the way back at once. That's what I was worried about. I have you muted right now. All right, hey, let's do a test here.
All right, guys. Can you guys hear me? Everybody hear me all right?
Yeah, it came back all at once, like super loud.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, you sound good now. All right.
Looking at NIO and ENDP. Really trying to decide which one's the better trade right now.
Here, let me know once if you do get an NIO.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay. At this point, I'm considering AMD. Now, AMD's been back up there numerous times. If we do have some more resistance above now at this point, I still think a good risk level would be like 87 or so. And so get in at 75, that's 12-cent risk. And then from 75 down to 55, or I could do 53 for exactly 2 to 1. And so let's see. If I get in at 75 and set 87 as my risk, that's 12 cents. And then from 75 down to 52 would be 23 cents. So not quite 2 to 1. I don't know if it's going to give it to me. It's already dropping too quick now anyway, unfortunately. NIO.
ENDP looking really enticing here for a long. The risk would be right underneath the support right there. Could be 84, 85s. Taking a look at it. Seeing some share size adding at 91s. Gonna try those 89s now.
MU washing out some. AMD, I was considering it, but it was more of a VWAP rejection for AMD as opposed to a VWAP fade, and so Seal running up some. Yeah, Seal is actually pretty strong today. I didn't even notice that. Appreciate that, Netron. I think, yeah. Hmm. While we're waiting here, also shout out to Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas does make my morning much easier, guys, and so they super customizable and dynamic scanner. Mitch and I both like using Trade Ideas, and I think they're probably the standard in scanners in the trading world. And so if you want to go check out Trade Ideas and you want to check out the scanner that Mitch and I use on a daily basis, go check out this link. It's another way to help support the channel. But like I said, I'll have to make a video on Trade Ideas scanners. They're super customizable. They allow you to do a lot of different stuff. And I think they're easily the best scanners in the trading world. So go check out that link I just posted if you want to see that. Nice, Ian. BBBY fader bounce. Let's see. I mean, I think it's probably going to fade. I would think it fades. And there's partly a fade. I just think it looks weak. Could be wrong. I mean, I don't think it's terrible. I think you could use some of these highs as your risk as well. But I think it's up so much already that it probably has some momentum on the downside. But who knows? It's not really a pattern that I would trade at all at this point. It's too horizontal for a VWAP bounce, and basically it's too sideways. Like a VWAP bounce, I want to see it moving up, and then pull back to the VWAP and then continue on the path up, like a stair step. This one is just sideways. It's just, that just makes me not trust it as much. Either way. Like Seal looks like a better VWAP bounce, really. Pull back to there. That's what I would consider. This is a VWAP bounce here too, because it's going up. You're in short. Hey, I hope it works out for you, bro. I mean, I think it still looks weak. I think it's up so much already that I'm not trying to go long on this one. It's up a pretty big percentage amount. I think the $0.50 is significant here, though, 17.50. And who knows? It could also continue just going sideways, too. Hey Todd, man, I ended up getting a pro account yesterday. I forgot to tell you. I didn't know if it would be in today, but they updated my account this morning for it.
My idea here is ENDP coming down, touching 8.87 here, and then picking up a whole bunch of bid offers. Then I'm going to jump on it long at 890, trying to get it back up there to that 8.910, and we could risk off at 85. The real key is I need to see kind of a downward action kind of trap shorters right here at 87, then gets scooped up on the time and sales. So seeing the price action get scooped up and then going long. Here's that move to 87 that I was talking about. Let's see if the shorters are going to tackle it down or if it's going to jump in here and the time and sales is going to read green. Let's see what happens here. This also could be a bull flag breakdown here. So what we want to see is it getting absorbed. All right, looking good. No one came in and tackled it down.
We're all terrible traders sometimes, Joe. You know,
That's the truth.
we all suck sometimes, man. I know I do. I've been terrible this last week. You know, before that I was good. Mitch is looking at E and DP cargo. E and DP.
84 risk right now. Let's put an order here. 87. I won't fill there.
Let me know if you do get filled. I'll throw you up.
Yep, I'll let you know. It's going to be soon if I get a little pullback here.
Kron about to break the low of the day. Yeah, I see ACB washing out. I see AMD fate rejected really nicely. Kron is testing the low. I don't know if it's going to break. I think it'll bounce. It might break. But let me take these moving averages off. ACB testing the lows as well. We got Kron. And until either one of these actually pick like a more significant downtrend, I'm just going to wait.
Looks like the NIO wouldn't have been that bad. Wanted to get in at 518.
Yeah, it broke down nicely. AMD, my big miss of the day was AMD. I started to look at it, and you could even see I like calculated my risk reward on it, but it was more of a rejection than a fade, and so I feel like I need to be really picky right now. And so, just missed a nice breakdown. It sucks to watch a stock do exactly what you wanted it to, but after you decided not to get into it, but it's kind of how it goes. And I'm not mad at myself for being selective today. I think I need to, after how this last week has been, until we start seeing some more instances of fades. It's all part of your niche. It all depends on your niche in trading, Joe. Everybody has their own niche or niche or whatever you want to call it.
All right, guys. Long there off of 84. Got to be real quick about this. Can't let it get back down underneath 83s here.
All right, Mitch is in ALDX here.
Not ALDX.
Or ENDP. Sorry.
It's okay. Just didn't want anybody to go crazy.
Right. Jump in ALDX long.
I'll be responsible for that one.
Right, man. Joe said, does anyone think it's better to practice with penny stocks because of their high volatility, or should I stick to normal stocks? I mean, I think everybody's different, man. I think some people are going to trade penny stocks. I think the way you kind of have to trade penny stocks is more of a you can either trade penny stocks with like scalps, or you can trade parabolic movers and try to hold those for a little bit longer. I think both of those are higher risk than like regular trading. I think they're what's kind of advertised the most in the trading world. I think most gurus and stuff like that are advertising getting rich off of penny stocks. But I think penny stocks is the easiest way to be a successful trader? No, I don't. I think that higher volatility is going to be a little bit crazier or a little bit worse risk for the trader. And, everybody's different, though. Some people probably disagree with me, and that's fine. Every trader's different, and so every trader's going to find their own style. And some people gravitate towards penny stocks, and some gravitate more towards higher cap stocks. The thing to look for is just volatility, though.
All right, here comes that down move. Got to be careful here, guys.
Are you eating another donut?
I might. I don't think they know about that yesterday.
Man. Hey, that's the trick, man.
Only the class knew about that. I only got to tell the class that.
Right. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Nick. Both approaches work. I'd say penny stocks require tighter risk management and quicker reaction, plus a platform with hotkeys, whereas mid to large cap stocks require more patience and a thorough plan.
Right, gotta be careful here. We just cracked 83s.
What's your risk in
Ones get filled. I need these 80s to get filled here. 80s, the real ultimate risk right here. Below that, we gotta get out. Be 7-cent risk for a 20-cent gain.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like it on the 5-minute, but it needs a hold right here. This needs to be the candle right here.
Honestly, Todd, you and I are probably almost exactly the same with that. Like, I like $10 stocks or better, or more, in average true range of about $1.50. That's probably what I would say AMD, Cron, CGC, NBEB. That's usually what, or at least AMD and Cron, that's usually what about the range is for those. Under 10 million or over 1 million. Yeah. That's almost exactly the same stocks I trade, Todd. And they work. That tends to be my best performing stocks for sure. All right, let's see a bounce on the NDP for Mitch. Let's see if it bounces for him.
There you go. That's what we want to see. Now we need to get it above 890.
Your price target's 910, you said? 910. Appreciate the sub, Joe. Thanks, brother.
Probably sell 908. Then 910.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Oh yeah, Mitch, we have that pro session tonight or today.
Yeah, did you send him the questions? Because we kind of needs to answer those.
Here, I'll send it to him right now.
That way he can work on that. Because if not, it's kind of like get to know him.
Yeah.
Versus work too much on it.
So let's see. We got what is your main strategy? What is your price range?
What is your long-term goals
Goal. Yeah.
in trading? You're trying to make millions? You're trying to make a little bit to keep yourself afloat? Or are you mainly just worried about getting your skill level up? Some people, they really are taking it the right way, not worried about the money, and simply worried about, can we get this back to where we need it to go?
Yeah, for sure. I think the problem in trading world is how it's advertised, and people would justify certain advertisers as, whatever, but showing people Lambos and all this stuff, like, hey, look at all my stuff here. This is what you can make in a week of penny trading or penny stock trading with my course. It's just ridiculous. It's just not real.
Squeeze alert on AMRN. You can see that squeezing there out of the pattern there. Man, did you see where Hunt opened up?
No, I was watching it earlier. Let me pull it up.
That's ridiculous.
Whoa, man, dude, this thing gapped down after the halt. Whoa.
Yeah, they're ridiculously.
Like
$30.
$30.
Can't let it get below 80s here. If not, I'll take my $70 loss. Take it with grace.
Yeah.
There's really not much out there today. Took this trade just because it seemed the best on where it was on the support and to take the long.
For sure. I mean, you made what, like $140 yesterday, so a $70 loss is small.
Hey, gotta know how to pick your risk.
Yeah. I mean, it could come back, but yeah, man, that's a first, man. That's like what, a $30 halt? $30 gap down from a halted stock. That's why I don't trade these.
That kind of stuff will, when you trade that paper wise, you might like not even pay attention to it.
Correct.
You can make a great trade and it feels all great, but when you trade that with live money, it's something else. It's a different animal. There you go.
There you go. That's exactly the move we wanted to see, man.
Yep. I'm looking to add here, guys. 85s. We'll add as long as it's below my average cost. Why, guys? Because I know my risk. My risk is really defined now. So I'm willing to add into this trade and try to get it up there. Some big size and jump in there right quick. Think we could see a pullback to 85 and then a rip out. There you go.
Hey, bro, I'll be right back. My wife's about to leave. I gotta talk to her about something.
All right.
I'll be right back.
No worries. All right, guys, my low is this 80 now. Don't want it back at 80. I want it to rip through that 90. You need to watch it rip through that 90, guys. Just got to watch it, hold my wrist, guys. If this holds and get above 890s, we should see a nice rip. Want to see a nice big green order, just jump in there. There you go. There's the green coming in here. See if we can get it back up to 890s. Yeah, Mr. Chart, I think it's just about the best trade I could take for the day. Probably the best setup. Stock was breaking out after a really, really bad hit a couple days. Got some good news about a couple days ago, phase 2 news. So I'm sticking with this ENDP here. Just going to hold to my key limit. Either it's going to go well for me or it's not. Not every trade is going to go green. The only thing you can do is just hold to your limit, hold to your risk, and that's it.
Right. Right. I mean, once you're in a trade, that's the hard part's done. You calculate risk reward, you look at conditions. That's the hard part. All you have to do once you're in the trade is follow your levels. And if it turns against you, that's fine. But like he says, all you got to do is stick to your levels. Appreciate the sub, Michael. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it. Hey, man, happy to be value to you, bro. So appreciate the sub. All right, so you're in with 1,500 now, huh?
Yep. I added size at 85.
Sometimes in the level 2, I'll see a bid price of 1 and an ask price of 199,999. What? So what's your average now? Oh, 86. Okay, so you got a much better average now too.
Just need buyers to step in there. Get it back above 890s. The momentum should come with that 890s.
I don't know what that is. What's your broker, Tommy? It could just be an error. It could be it's most likely an error. Is what I'm guessing, depending on whatever broker you're using. Yeah, you just gotta be careful with the NDP. It could be a VWAP rejection here. It's still early. I mean, I still think it could bounce though, for sure. It still could be a bounce, but yeah, guys, how about that gap down on Hunt? $30 gap down. Man, that is just the most bizarre gap down I've ever seen, man. Just ridiculous gap down there. Just crazy.
Insanity.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of my thought. It's on it too, Todd. Is that it was just an error of some type in whatever broker you're using.
This is just like yesterday. You just got to stick around and wait, get out on your risk, or take your reward.
Right.
And that's what's going to happen today. So one of the key things is any traders is understanding that winning and losing is going to happen. It's how you go ahead and hold yourself accountable to your wins and losses by holding to that risk amount that you're going to go ahead and establish before you get into the trade.
Right.
That's really the key, is that before we get into the trade, we need to be establishing these risks so that when you go ahead and get into the trade, you're not changing your plan, sticking with your trade, and that's what's going to get you to success. Sticking to one system that you can go ahead and work from.
Yeah, and so I like how if you see this basically, Mitch is risking $15 a cent now per cent, right? His average is 87 just about, and so what is that? 15, 30. So you're risking about $100, maybe a little bit more than $100 in the trade. So you're keeping your risk, which is about what it was before you added to the position, and so, you're risking roughly the same amount even with added sizing because you're keeping that risk tight.
All right, we don't want to see sizing jump in here on the bid. If you see a big bid order, big red order come in here, it can push it through that 80. So you just got to be alert and ready to sell if needed. But if it gets scooped up here, we bounce off that 85 again, we can get that momentum.
The float on ENDP. Let me look. I'm showing a float size of 201 million. That can't be right. Sounds kind of large for ENDP. I mean,
Yeah, it
no.
sounds kind of large from it.
Actually,
But
not really. I mean, if you look at the range.
all right, guys, got to be careful here, guys. There's the 80s showing up. Oof. I got faked out there. You guys see that? Even I get faked out sometimes, but I'm out.
I think it was probably a good exit. Yeah.
All right, guys. Big sellers showed up there, kind of faked us out there. You see the 39.50 order going through there. That's that order right there. Someone jumping in, adding share size, knocking it through the level. We'll go ahead and we'll close that trade. Take a loss.
You got out in time.
I'll take that loss.
Right.
No stress.
You're still up on the week.
A great trade. Good setup. This could have scooped up here and gone right back there to the 9-10s. That's all you can do.
Right. Hey, don't stress it, brother. Don't stress it, man. Nope. But yeah, that's probably it for today, guys. Go check out our website. You know, we try to be the anti-guru over here. We're not experts. We're not gurus. We're not trying to pretend to be. But we do, you know, help new traders learn. And so if you look at our site here, we do have a member library. And everything here, this package to get access to all of this is $15 a month, right? And so you can go to Day Trading Concepts, and we literally have over 50 hours of content in our library. So actual days length of time of content and classes in our library. We have like 55 or so classes at this point on lots of different subjects: understanding triangles, methods, backtesting, using support and resistance, setting up your screen, understanding ranges, understanding gaps in trading, following the market, scaling. And so that's just one section. You can see all of these classes. We just have a huge list of classes, and like I said, it's $15 a month for all of this. Plus, included in that, we also do 3 live classes every single week on a range of different subjects. We have access to our trading Discord where we post the live classes and talk with everybody about stocks. And so again, we just try to be a cheap option here. This is a risk and reward section. And so you can see, we even say right here, like, we're not gurus, can't guarantee you're going to make money, but our goal is to offer cheap options to people for instead of paying $1,000 courses. If you're a new trader looking to learn for cheap, we're happy to help, and I'll post this link if anybody wants to check it out. But yeah, you know, we just try to be a cheap option for traders. I can post this link here if anybody wants to go check it out. What platform am I trading on? I am trading on Tefs and TradeNet is what both Mitch and I are trading on. I can post that link here as well if anybody wants to check it out here. But yeah, go check out our site. I'm gonna post if you want to see the broker that Mitch and I are using. I could post this link here as well. It's basically like a prop firm. You get here. If you go through my link, like I said, you also get. If you go through my link and buy a TradeNet package, you also get a free month of our classes. And so I'll post that link here as well. Like, the way it works is you pay for a package. It's not a deposit. You're actually paying for that package. And with that, you get a certain amount of buying power. With the base package, it's called the intro package. And with it, you get 14,000 in buying power. So you get 14K in buying power, and there's a $700 max loss. And so if you go under 13,300, they close your account down. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not a bad deal because you're essentially paying $399 to have a $700 max loss. And so it's not that bad of a deal. Commissions are pretty cheap if you use small sizing as well. Like, if you use less than 300 shares, commissions are like $3 or $4 for a total round trip. And so cheap commissions if you use small size as well. Plus, there's no PDT rule, and so you can effectively trade as much as you want without having to follow the PDT rule on there. And so there's some benefits to it. And I just posted that link if you want to go check it out. It's the 20% off TradeNet link. And again, if you do sign up, you can get a free month of our classes as well. In which, like I said, we do a range of different subjects. But even on our site, guys, like, even if you're not interested in paying for a package or anything like that, like, we do have a free section on strategies. We have where you can see long patterns, where we break down long patterns and, you know, multiple different strategies that we use. And then we also have a strategy video library that's basically YouTube videos kind of organized for traders to look at. And so, yeah, we got a lot of free content, but again, it's $15 a month, and you literally get access to days of content, like 50 hours plus 3 live classes that are each an hour long every single week. And so go check it out. It helps support the channel regardless of anything. So that's it for this one, guys. One more last time, go check out Trade Ideas if you're interested in checking out those scanners as well. Super dynamic, customizable scanners. You can see here I use them every morning.
Yeah, David, we don't have a specific lesson on that, but we could kind of teach you how you get around that. There's definitely ways to get around it. I can show you 2 different ways, whether that
Basically,
be a speedway,
right.
kind of fast route, or I can show you kind of another order.
Right, exactly. It's basically what Todd says, right? So there's pros and cons to each. Like I tend to prefer to use market orders. I do not recommend using market orders on a conventional broker. But with TEFs, it's CFD trading, and so market orders aren't really the end of the world. You're going to get a little bit worse fills. Mitch kind of approaches a little bit differently, but limit orders don't work as well on TEFs,
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say even market. There's ways around it. You just have to understand what the rule is, how you can get around it, and put your order out. I can show you different methods, but yeah, of course, you can always just market into a trade. The problem with marketing into a trade is you're always going to get the wrong side of the end.
Yep.
At least when you begin. When you market into a trade, a lot of times if the spread is separated, let's say by 5 cents, and you're shorting, you're going to get the bid price, not the ask price. So you got to understand that. Same way if you're going long in the stock and the ask and the bid are separated by 5 cents, and you go to buy, you're going to go ahead and you're going to get the ask price and not the bid price. And so that's one thing to understand. Sometimes it can go even higher. If by any means the stock even ticks one tick to another price level and you hit the market buy, you can and most likely will get filled at that point, at that price point. So that's why I like using limits. It saves yourself because you can plan your trade and plan your entry. I think a lot of traders have trouble entering trades. So one of the key ways to enter trades without having to stress about it is actually putting your limit order out there as the stock approaches, let's say the VWAP, so that when the stock hits the VWAP, you're already filled versus trying to get in when the stock is at VWAP. It's a great tool for new traders to kind of use. New traders, you don't really want to be trying to do anything that has speed related. Speed usually comes with experience, comes with time in the market. And so the easier you make your trading, essentially, let's say putting out that limit order before it hits versus after, you're going to give yourself an ability to get back and get in your entry where you want to get in and base your risk where you want to get in. A lot of times when you market, you're going to have to look at your risk to see if you have to adjust it because of your entry.
I still can't get my Python number game to work. I'll have to talk to Shiz about it later. It's so frustrating. Somebody asked on our site, what do you mean trade idea subscription not included? So basically, like part of our part of that is just being able to, or part of our site comes with like the scanners that we use. It's not the actual trade idea subscription. And so in order to use like some of our scans, you have to have a trade idea subscription, and that has nothing to do with us. And so basically one of the things that comes with our packages is that if you have a trade idea subscription, we'll send you the parameters of our scans. Like we'll send you our specific scanners that we use, like the layout of the specific scanners that we use. And so that's why we say it does not actually come with the trade idea subscription. You would have to purchase one in order to use the same scans that we do, basically. But yeah, guys, if that's it for the day, I'm gonna keep toying around with. We have a we have a pro member class coming up in about 15 minutes. And so if that's it for today, guys, good luck. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning, starting at 7 or 8:15 market time. So hit that subscribe button. We do this live every day. Also, if you want to help support the channel, if you appreciate this free content, click the like button right now on this video. It does help support us. We appreciate any support we can get. We always try to be transparent and honest with everybody, and so we stream all of our trades live every single day if we can. And so good luck in the markets, guys. We hope you appreciated today's content, and we'll see you all a little bit later. Have a good day, guys.